Friday. Hello and welcome to Anne-Marie's Workshop. My name is Anne-Marie and I like to make things. And if you like to make things, then you have found the right place. If this is your kind of thing, please like, subscribe, and share. And press the notification bell if you would like to be notified whenever I release new content. So this is my hashtag Friday Sews What's Happening Around the Workshop video. I love this forum. Usually there is a moderated point to talk about that makes me think about the whole sewing experience, but there's not one today. So I'm going to make one up. And my question is, what else do you all like to do? Most people have another hobby or hobbies. I'm pretty sure of it, because if you're creative in one arena, I'm pretty sure there's one, two, or many other arenas in which you're interested in. Now, I have to admit, sewing is not the only wormhole I've ever fallen down. It is the oldest, that and gardening. I remember planting carrot seeds with my mom and gladiola bulbs in Canada when I was about 4 or 5, and the miracle of them growing up taller than me and creating this beautiful flower. So gardening is something I've been doing for a long time, ever since I was a kid. I have created probably about maybe 4 or 5 extremely large gardens. Now that I have left the States and I'm on my dad's property, there are so many things that are big, like, my avocado situation. But there's also plantains, bananas, lychee, ackee, which is a kind of a fruit that makes it's hard to describe. What else do we have growing back there? Lots of coconuts, and some kind of pine nut, and a pomegranate tree, and a tangerine tree in the back, and various other things that my dad used to grow regular. Plus I have a side garden filled with tomatoes and herbs and marigolds and all that kind of stuff. But it is not my burning passion the way it is. Unfortunately, I passed that on to my daughter. Now, I also like to make soap. That happened to me when I was downsizing from a large family home and going to a smaller property, since it was just me and all the kids were grown. And I had to, you have to keep your house pristine in order to show it. And so therefore I started getting into soap making because I love a bath. I love bath bombs, that lush feeling. I love all that kind of stuff. And I started, I went to YouTube University and learned how to make cold process soap, melt and pour soap, bath bombs, shampoo bars, shower melts, and all that kind of stuff. I really fell down that hole and I absolutely loved it. And I still continue to this day, just not as much because it had gotten to the stage where I started to sell it, and that's not happening right now, but I still love to make it. I just completed a few sets of soap, and I will show you them maybe here. We'll see. Now, another wormhole I had was beading. I was passionate about beading and making jewelry and things like that. I fell down that for a while. I also fell down the polymer clay, creating things in polymer clay, and I will show you a few of the ornaments, how bad it got that I made. I'll show you them over here. I do not do those things like I used to anymore. I found that when you leave one of your passions, it's really hard to come back at the same level. It takes a while to warm up again, as evidenced by the soap fails that I had at the beginning of starting back up making soap again. And hopefully I'll show you some of those fails around here somewhere. Now, one of my enduring wormholes that I fell down has been quilting. I love the color. I love the blanket. I love the design. I love how it makes me feel. As soon as the weather starts getting darker, not darker, colder, yeah, and darker, I love to start quilting. Usually, it depends upon where I was living, when it would start out, and it is one of the things that I do carry on with, as evidenced by I'll show you some of the quilts I've done around here. But those are some of the things. I did have a bad baking addiction, but that baking addiction was not working out for me. It had put on significant, that Amish friendship bread. Oh my goodness, I think that's responsible for at least 12 pounds on me that I don't think has come off yet. And of course, as a former librarian, I'm still passionate about reading. My mother, my departed mom, gifted me with a library in this house. So when I moved here, I brought as many books as I could manage with me. And so I still curate, I still collect books that I love. I'm still passionate about children's books. And yeah, I think that's it. Like, isn't that enough, right? Now, as for what's happening in the workshop this week, behind me, these are not curtains. These are jumpsuits. Something I found out is that jumpsuits are long. They take up a lot of space. Frankly, I don't know where I'm going to put all of these after I'm finished. I thought that taking on the hashtag romp, jump, play 22 challenge issued by at 85th and Wade by Valencia, I thought that this would help with my jumpsuit addiction. Oh no, mon frere. This is not stop. I've fallen down another rabbit hole, y'all. I love these jumpsuits and these rompers and these play suits. I'll show you the ones I've completed so far. All right, so last week, I think I showed you the blue Mimi G jumpsuit and the tangerine pop jumpsuit from McCall's. I believe it is, hold on a second, this one right here. All right, now I'll talk to you about these other nonsense things. Now, the first jumpsuit I made was a hack. I am a fan of the Ogden cami. I've made it maybe about 5 times. I only have 3 in my closet. I don't know where the other 2 went. But I do have 3 daughters. Anyway, so I decided to hack the Ogden cami into a jumpsuit, and I will show that over here. I will do a makes video where I put them all together so you can see all of them. The video with the sew along for how you can make your own Ogden cami a jumpsuit will come out next week, Wednesday. I will include myself modeling all of these jumpsuits in my makes video, which should come out in the very first week of November, maybe? Now, my next jumpsuit is a smash or a hack. Depends upon what you want to call it. I took 2 patterns and put them together, and it really came out really nice. So, the top of this jumpsuit is the Very Easy, Very Vogue. You know, one of my favorite patterns. I've made it all different types of ways. Dresses, robes, all different kinds of ways. So, the top of my jumpsuit, this lovely black slinky thing, is that jumpsuit, but the bottom is my favorite pair of pants, which is McCall's 8098. I'll show you the line drawing right here. And this is the one. And I put them together and I love it. Absolutely love it. It's very slinky. It's very evening wear. It fits so well. I love it. Now, I decided to make a set of rompers because I absolutely loved the feel of those rompers that I made with the lounge sets, the McCall's. I'll find the number for you and insert at the bottom. Absolutely loved it. I'm washing them every week. I wish I had more, so I made some rompers. Okay, so this pattern is the Sea Change Jumpsuit and Play Suit by Pattern Emporium. It's an Etsy store. And I made this one with the wide straps. It comes in a narrow strap, like a camisole strap. It comes in a smaller, regular strap, and I really love its flexibility. So I made it in this ITY fabric that I got from fabricmart. Yeah, I got this from fabricmart, and it is a wonderful romper, and I made that one. And then I made a one from Melanated Fabrics. Oh, sorry for the noise. And I made it in this beautiful brushed cotton. Now, Mimi G did make this suggestion, and she said that you can wear anything into fall, especially in knits, if it has a black or a dark background. So if you love to wear a floral, I love to wear a floral, and the background is dark, it works for fall and winter. So I made this romper in this brushed cotton I got from Melanated Fabric. I'm not sure if they have it anymore, and they have pockets too. All right, so that's the second one. And the third one's a crazy ITY. Let me see if I can reach it. Hold on. Now this is a wonderful panel print, I'm sorry, that I got from fabricmart as well. And once again, I will model all of these on my makes video for in November. And that's it for my rompers. Now the next jumpsuit I worked on is McCall's 8314. I was very excited for this version in the satin. And in my plans video, I showed you that beautiful red satin that I was going to use to make this. I thought I would wear this at Christmas time. Unfortunately, that was a bag of red satin. It was not 4 to 5 yards of red satin. It was a compilation of all the red satin that I have used in different projects. So when it was time to cut it out, I did not have enough red satin. So I had some red knit, and it's more of a blood red, and it has a different feel to it, but I thought I'd give it a try. Now I did the version numbers letter C, and on version letter C, the opening is not on the sides, it's on the top. All right, I have to admit, I finished this last night. I have not tried it on yet. I don't know if I want my arms to come out and have the flutter at the side, or whether I want my arms to come out the side. If I don't like this opening, I will sew this up and put the opening on the side, which is version B and A. Okay, so, but I'll have to let you know on this. But I made it with the Genie, the harem pant feature, because that's something that you can choose, the harem pant. So I'll have to keep you posted. Now I have to admit, the one that was most unexpected, but turned out to be like a stunner, was this one, which is a combination. It's a smash. It's a hack. It is Vogue 1735, you know, my favorite top. And it is also the pants from McCall's 6748. This is not in the pattern catalog. I will leave a ticker thing at the bottom if I find it on eBay. I love these. These are in my, I keep these in my pattern section of stuff that I use all the time. I call these my Lane Bryant things. These are things I used to buy from Lane Bryant that fit wonderfully. And so I put the big palazzo pant on top of, on the bottom of this dress with this unbelievable fabric that I got from Pings. So you all, it just turned out so beautifully. And I added the bustier kind of hook so that I can lower and raise the neckline. There won't be a whole bunch of lowering, but there will be buckling up. Now, I still have one more jumpsuit to go. That was part of my plan that I presented to y'all as something I was gonna work on. I've got one more jumpsuit to go, but I'm only at the 14th of the month. And I was really passionate about the Ether dress by Pattern Fantastique. Now I've talked about it before, and I put on a couple movies one night and I started working on it. Y'all, this is the line drawing. This is the line drawing in the back front of the sleeveless one. Y'all, this pattern wore me out. This is the blue. It takes macrame cord. It takes electrical shrink tubes. I have not heated mine yet for them to shrink. It has this beautiful keyhole in the back and this crisscross. And y'all, the first time I made this dress, I got it wrong. Wrong. W-R-O-N-G, wrong. I did not figure out how to do this dress correctly until I was on the second one. This is the red with the black macrame and the same shrink. Here they are. These shrink tubes that you put on electrical cords. Y'all, this dress was the most. It was doing the most. And I was struggling. But I finally figured out these little armhole or back armhole bindings and put them in the right place. I figured them out on the red dress, went back and got the blue dress, took apart the armhole sleeve, put the bias binding in place, and now they are both correct. Y'all, I read those instructions all kinds of ways. Upside down, backwards. I used all my accommodations and modifications as a school teacher. I read it out loud. I looked at the picture. I went step by step. I was still having a problem. I was starting to wonder if I'm already, you know, getting to be this age, right? But I don't know, it clicked. It clicked later. It just clicked. By the time I'd already put the white dress up, the blue dress up, and said, it looked pretty good. I fuddled something in the back. And then, I don't know, maybe it was because there was a couple of days in between. Maybe I read it the right way, but the instructions made sense to me. I think what was happening is I was having a disconnect between the graphics that were drawn, the illustrations, and the wording. And now I look at it, it makes perfect sense. I know exactly what she's talking about. But I have to tell you, for a week now, I was having a problem with it. I was having a problem with it. So that is what I've done this week. That's what's going on in the workshop. Tonight is our Friday, so I'm looking forward to talking to people. If you want to come and visit with us and talk with us, I host a Zoom meeting on Friday night, so bring your sewing machine, put on your jams, get a glass of wine if you can sew with a glass of wine, and look in my community tab. I think my last entry will have the password. You know what? I'll put it at the bottom here, and the entry code. we just sew, talk, catch up with people. If you just want to chat, that's fine. If you want to sew or you have any questions to ask, then please come along. So that is what's going on this Friday, and I hope things are working out for you. I hope you're getting to be get something done. Do not let my level of productivity deter you from working on your garments. This is my life in retirement. I was a 10, 20, 30-minute sewer for almost 30 years. I have sewed between nursing kids, between keeping a house, between working and stuff like that. So I am enjoying sewing at this level. That doesn't have to be you. That doesn't have to be you. You can just enjoy what I'm doing. You can work on the stuff that you're working on. If you can get 10 to 15 minutes in and get something done in like a month, oh, you're doing good. All right, we'll see you next Friday. You take care.